Welcome to SITS Academy. For today, we'll have this question on the board and we'll try to see how we can go around it. Alright, a fixed amount of a gas occupies a volume of 0.5 liters and exerts a pressure of 200 kilopascal on the walls of its container. If the gas is completely transferred to a new container occupying 2.5 liters, what would be the pressure exerted assuming temperature and quantity of gas remains constant? Alright, so let's put on our physics thinking caps now. Now, whenever you have a question of this sort, the first thing you do or you look out for, first of all, is the units of each parameter mentioned in the question. Alright, so basically here we have two parameters mentioned, pressure and volume. Now you look if each unit is the same. For example, generally we know that volume is being measured in cm, alright, but in this case it's being measured in liters. Now we look out for that unit, the first volume and the second volume. Are they both in the same unit, liters, or one is in liters and the other is in something else? Then you now have to do a kind of conversion, or are they the same units? The same thing goes for the pressure. Are they both in the same unit or different units? Alright, so from this question we can see that they are both all in the same unit, both the volume, and then we'll have to calculate for the pressure. Alright, second thing now you do now is to now write out your data. Alright, so if you look at this question, we have writing out our data. We have pressure P1, which is 200 kilopascal. Now, and we're told that it was being poured into a container occupied a volume of the first volume V1 0.5 liters. Now, when it was turned to the second container, it occupied 2.5 liters. That means we have a second volume 2.5 liters, and we are being asked what is the pressure exerted. That means we're looking for a new pressure now, which we now call pressure P2, which we are looking for. Now, if you look at from this data that we've written on the board, we can see that it looks similar to something that we already know. I suppose you are thinking what I'm thinking also. Alright, we're dealing with Boyle's law here. Okay, so let's proceed. Boyle's law states that the pressure and the volume V1 to be equal to P2 V2. Alright, so since we're looking for P2, therefore we have to make P2 the subject of the formula. Alright, so we have P2 to be equal to P1 V1 divided by V2. We're making progress, I suppose so. Alright, so P2 therefore from this data will now become 200 times V1 0.5 divided by V2, which is 2.5. Now, if you do this calculation, you find out that your P2 from here is going to be equal to 40 kilopascal. Now, we didn't write 40 pascal, we wrote 40 kilopascal. Reason because our initial volume was also given, the initial pressure was also given in that same unit, kilopascal. Alright, so if we wanted to expand, we know that kilo has to do with 1,000. Alright, so we have written 200,000 while calculating there. But since we didn't do that, so our answer has to also be in that same kilopascal. I hope you've learned something new today. Do send me your questions and we'll solve them for you. Thank you.